Okay, so here we are to pick up the latest boat for the channel. So as you know, when you go to pick up boats sight unseen off the internet, you always end up meeting the previous owner in some weird place, generally out the back of New South Wales somewhere. And this time's no exception. Obviously, when you're paying $100 for a boat in Australia, where are you going to meet someone other than Jerilderie, which is the childhood home of Sir John Monash, who is the man on Australia's $100 note. So we're about to hop in the car, head round to the caravan park and meet the previous owner and see what we've ended up with. Jerilderie is actually famous for being held hostage by Ned Kelly and his gang back in 1879. They impersonated the local police and then locked them in their own cells. And then eventually he ended up taking 30 people hostage in this pub right here where he wrote his manifest, and then eventually escaped back to Victoria with over £2,000 in deposits from the local bank. Look at that. That is so cool. $100. Nomax. Looks like an Aeroset or one of the latest generation Swifts or whatever. Okay, so we got the boat, just stopped in here at Yarrawonga on the way back. I wanted to have the state tier last year, but I just couldn't get it really across the line because we weren't sure how much water there is. So I've had a look today and it looks like a pretty decent spot. We were meant to go for a ride on this paddle steamer, but then they've drained the lake and yeah, the locals say it's pretty low. So I'm hoping next year I'll be able to come back here and have another go because it looks like an amazing spot. Just having a look at this as like a launching place. If you wanted to sail the Moth here, obviously the water's down, but underfoot it feels a lot like kind of Camperdown or other lakes. Like it's not sort of sinky like some of the bay mud is. So you could quite easily walk out here with the boat. Like I just walked out here with shoes and I didn't sink very far. So yeah, it seems like a good spot as long as there's enough water. Okay, so finally had a chance to stop and have a look at this boat and get some of it on video. Currently we're in where we stayed last night, which is a traditional Mongolian yurt that I found on the internet. So yeah, it's this like farm and I think they've got 3 of them. There's this one and then there's one up on top of that ridge up there, and apparently there's another one over the top of the next ridge. So it worked out to be cheaper than a motel and way cheaper than an Airbnb. So definitely a unique sort of way of living. Anyway, so this boat is another Moth. I know I just spent 6 months putting together the last Moth. I was quite happy with how that one was going, obviously, after Easter when I got it all sorted and it just worked. And then one day I was sitting on the couch about 8:30 on a Saturday, and then I see this come up for $100, and yeah, it's hard to go past a Moth that's $100, let alone one like this. So it's actually sail number 3102, so it was made in 2007, so I think they built 2 of them. They're actually Nomex, so they're not even foam, they're like carbon Nomex, which is like Formula 1 level technology, so that's a whole nother level from what I've had before. And the story is apparently they finished it just in time to get it measured in Sydney, and then it went straight in the box to the 2007 Worlds in Garda, and then it's had a couple of owners since. So apparently there was a guy in Queensland that had it when it was like in its normal form with regular wings and stuff, and he put the centerboard case forward. And then a few years ago, the previous owner, Phil Stevenson, who's a bit of like a class legend, especially in the home build world, he started turning it into a modern boat with aero wings and deck fairings, and he moved the mast stump back, so it used to be quite a lot further forward. So particularly like my old boat, I reckon it's about here, so he's moved it back to there. This is all removable. It takes standard Mach 2 foils, which is what I've got, so they should just plug straight in. The wings slide in and out, so they're just going into sockets back here. Originally the wings were up here, so the wings are a lot smaller. As you can see, Phil's done a really nice job at sort of fairing them into the hull shape, so they're actually curved underneath. And when I push them all the way in and don't have the trailer straps, that should all line up. It's got the bowsprit conversion already done. Bowsprit and everything is sitting inside the hull at the moment, so it's just so cool. Yeah, my sort of Bug Smart Rig, it should sit sort of here. It's actually got this really creative vang system Phil was playing with at the moment. That's like a lever vang type thing, but I think because I've got a Z boom, I don't need to run that, so I'll have to convert it back to normal. Yeah, apparently, like I said, the whole thing's Nomex, besides this bit here, because when the guy moved the centerboard case forward back in the day, he put foam and then heaps of carbon there. So apparently that bit is like, you can actually feel the difference. Like, that is solid as. On my other boat, you push on it and it's like soft. Yeah, really cool trolley. It's gonna have all the control lines come out of, that's your Vang and Kano, come up to here, and then I believe the one's continuous. Phil's put space inside this void so that you can run the take-ups for the Vang and the Kano in there. So like you pull on them and then the slack will just disappear up into the boat. Yeah, it's still able to be packed up because the wings come off, like I said. So if I want to go overseas, if I can ever afford to, I can pack it up. Yeah, like $100. You couldn't buy the materials for that. I really like these footrests. My current boat's a little bit slippery, so this will be way better. Apparently there's like, I think Phil reckoned there's 35 kilos of flotation in each wing. They're made up of just extruded polystyrene with carbon over the top, and then the original wing bars are actually inside here, and then they're sleeved, so that's one of the wing bars. And then he said he made this out of carbon angle that he had. He basically just used all the stuff that he had in his shed. And then another big bit of carbon tube down there, stays attached through here, so you just have a little pin that goes through there. There's meant to be like a shot cord that goes over to retain that. I need to drill a hole or something for that, he said. Another pin that goes through here for the forestay, so that'll all be super neat. That screw there holds a bowsprit in, he said. I think this looks like an old Moth boom if I had to guess. I love the foredeck, that's just gorgeous. Can't wait to get out on it, and I'll really just get into the project and finish it off. I reckon the best bargain I've ever had. And then hopefully that'll be the last Moth build for a while. Like when you're driving and you look in the rear view mirror, there's just sort of nothing there for the air to hit. Like when you looked at my old boat, there was tubes and stuff going everywhere, but yeah, look at this one and it's just so nice. Anyway, better get going and pack up and head back to Melbourne after our night in a yurt. Of course, on the way home we had to quickly stop in at Glenrowan, which was the site of Ned Kelly, the bushranger from earlier on's ultimate capture in 1880. Okay, so as of today, that's where the project's up to. I've basically got the boat into the shed slash gazebo. I've been so busy with the trimaran for the past couple of weeks since I picked this up that I literally haven't looked at it. So I've just got it under cover out of the weather, and pretty much that's it. So I thought I'll get this video up. Yeah, for the next week I'll probably have to get my head into this, figure out where everything's going to go, pull the boom off the other boat, put it on this boat. I had a thought that maybe I should check that the Vang's actually going to come out in the right spot. Just come up with a general plan for what needs to happen, and then get into it. So thanks to everyone that watched that last video. It was crazy how sort of well that one did. It seems like people like the sailing videos more than the boat building videos, so I don't know, maybe I should just buy a boat that doesn't need repairing and just go sailing every day. But no, we'll keep doing this, and thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.